In the previous video, we looked at how you can draw cross sections across your area of interest and look at how elevation changes in your DTM, and therefore where you might pick up some paleochannels or secondary channels in your catchment. The other thing that you can do is to look directly at aerial imagery. Some of the best resolution that we have available is from the Environment Agency, and you can download that at, depending on the area, about 20 centimeter resolution from the same DEFRA Data Services platform website that you downloaded the LiDAR for. I've already downloaded the tile that I'm interested in, and I've saved it in my downloads and extracted it. So we can go and have a look at one of those just to see what it looks like first. So as you can see, it's pretty highly detailed. But say I'm actually interested in this area that crosses over between two tiles. So I know if we add this one as well, I quite like to mosaic these together, so I've got a single orthophoto. You could mosaic all of these rasters within the tile, but it'll take your computer ages. So unless you really want the full coverage, I would suggest just working out which of these covers the area that you're interested in and then mosaicing those together. So the tool that we need to do this is the same as the one that we used for LiDAR. So we want to create to select the two orthophotos. Our output location is our geodatabase. We'll just call it something like ortho 20 centimeter. Spatial reference is always our British National Grid. Now these next inputs, the easiest thing to do is to go into the properties of the tiles that you've added, and you should be able to get this information in the raster information section. So it's telling us that our cell size is 0.2, and we've got 4 bands. We've got the red, green and blue, and also an infrared band here. In terms of pixel type, we've got 8-bit unsigned, which is the default that's been selected anyway. So that's where you can find the information there. So if we put in 0.2 as our cell size and 4 bands, now we can run that tool. This will, like I said, take a while depending on your computer and how powerful it is. We will come back to this once it's completed the mosaic. Okay, so that didn't actually take too long because we're just mosaicing 2 layers. Let's remove those 2 original ones, and we're left with the mosaic data set here. So we can scroll into the area that we were interested in, even put on the detailed river network, and you can see that this area is definitely quite boggy and wet. There's obviously something going on here in terms of rushes growing, so it must be wetter than the surrounding area. You can add on your flow accumulation data, and we can see that that's sort of tracking these wet areas. So that's just another way that you can start to build up the evidence for, this is quite a good one here, it's quite a strong a strong line. Yeah, you can start to build up the evidence for a river restoration scheme. The other nice thing about this orthophoto is that you can also change the band combination. So because we've got an infrared band in there, you can, the natural color band is just 1, 2, and 3, but you can add in the infrared band, and that, as you can see, shows you something quite different. And again, this helps to differentiate these areas of wetter land compared to the grassland in between.